This is Danny Feingold, the publisher of Capital in Maine, and I'm here today in New York City Hall with Mayor Bill de Blasio to talk about American politics and American cities, economic inequality. Mayor de Blasio, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you.
Is there danger in Democrats running away from a populist agenda?
Absolutely. I think the biggest development that we saw was, very sadly, Democrats not standing up for the ideals of the Democratic Party, not talking to the economic realities of our people, not being willing to offer real progressive solutions, where Democrats failed to talk about what is most on people's minds, which is their economic reality. That's where Democrats failed. I think there was another model of Democrats who actually addressed these issues, who were willing to take on big corporations, who were willing to challenge the status quo, who were willing to ask those who are wealthy to pay their fair share, who are willing to talk about how we create living wage jobs and better benefits. The fact is that people are looking for answers to what is now a fundamental structural economic crisis. The middle class has been collapsing. People's earning power has been declining rapidly. I love that the conventional wisdom is about a conservative tidal wave. That's not what happened. What happened is a lot of Americans stayed home, including a lot of Democrats, because they didn't hear enough from their fellow Democratic candidates in too many cases.
Given that not much is happening in Washington, D.C., are American cities the place to look for change in the United States today, in this time?
We should look to our cities, but we shouldn't be satisfied for change only to occur in our cities. So the way I look at it is the cities are in a position now to act forcefully on a progressive agenda, a progressive economic agenda. But that has to be the foundation for something much bigger. That has to be the beginning of something that becomes truly national and ultimately changes the reality in Washington. Look what we're doing here in New York City. We provided paid sick leave to 1 million more New Yorkers. We had a living wage executive order that increased wages for people whose companies get subsidies from the city. We have an affordable housing plan to create 200,000 units of affordable housing over a decade, enough for 500,000 people, going out the #1 expense in people's lives. These are the kind of things that the public rightfully wants to see from leaders. So I think the cities are going to be the leading edge, but that is not enough. I expect the cities to change the national debate.